Double checks that my mic is working. Okay, hopefully everything's good. Hello! Let me know if you can hear me good. Let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet. That'll probably need adjusting once we're in actual gameplay, but... Hello, hello. Hopefully everyone is doing good today. Welcome to new stream series. Okay, good. I'm gonna go back to the character. So I went into the new game screen because this is the title screen music. You may note that it is completely silent. Anyway. Character creating time. I've got to work out what I'm actually doing here. Because I have a character that I usually create for this, but I'm trying to decide if I should do something slightly different. Maybe I should crowdsource some things. You can go shoeless, and I believe for speedrunning it's usually better to not wear any clothes. I'll be trying to wear clothes on account of the undead don't look particularly good. Anyway, so I will say probably like class and stuff, the stuff that'll affect things mechanically, I'll probably pick based on what I prefer. But if people have any ideas for what we should physically look like, what gender we should play as, what name should be, then I'm good for suggestions. I'm just gonna... Here's the other thing. You may notice at the bottom of the screen that the A button is the cancel button and the B button is the confirm button. This is because for Dark Souls, they make the controls consistent where the button is, as opposed to what the button is. So the bottom button of the controls is always the confirm button. The right hand one is always the cancel one, which is great if you're swapping from games. But if you've been playing, if you're swapping from Dark Souls on Xbox to Dark Souls on Switch, it's great. And if you're swapping from literally any other game on the Switch, it's really confusing. Anyway, I'm just going to go through some of the aesthetic options while I ramble a little bit. Because this is not a blind playthrough. I have played a decent amount of this game. I've played maybe... half might be a little overestimate, but I've played a decent chunk of the beginning of this game. I am by no means good at this game, but I am by no means bad at this game. That feels really big-headed to say, but I can get through a decent amount of this game beginning. So hopefully it won't be too painful to watch, but I can't guarantee anything. What was I saying? I was gonna say another thing. Oh yeah, I'm probably not gonna... I don't think there are any non-human other than... So you can actually go completely into the customizer and change a whole ton of stuff. You have the presets, but then you can change color, so you can have inhuman eye colors and stuff, and you could probably you can definitely like Monster Factory make an abomination. I'm not going to do that because I like to look at my character sometimes. Generally, playing the game requires you to look at the character. Anyway, I'm just gonna pick one of the presets and then I'm gonna maybe tweak it a little bit. So if anyone has any like preferences for any of the things that I guess I should probably have gone through the no, don't do that. The presets for the female faces as well. Red hair is a good suggestion. What I usually go for Astora royalty because I am a sucker for Astora. I actually kind of tempted to go with Kareem just because the cheekbones are really good and I don't want to be sat here tweaking the face for 50 years. I'm not sure how close to shampoo commercial we can get because most of the hair is quite scruffy. Let me change the colour so we can see it slightly better. Okay, this is probably the best red. Because usually what I go for is the braided hair because it's really cute. Also, the Korean face has a really good nose. I appreciate that nose as well. Like, we're probably not gonna see the face very much anyway, because, like, I'll probably be wearing a helmet, but this is good. And then, so you've got all the different classes. I usually go for Knight, just because my preferred method of playing a game is I have a big shield and you can't hit me, please. And I have lots of armor and you can't do lots of damage, please. So we're going to go Knight, because I'm very good at Knight and not very practiced at the other ones. You also get various items. Some of these are useful, like bombs that can do damage, and like the Master Key I think is one that they always use in speedrunning because you can skip so many sections with it. Naturally I'm gonna pick this ring that has no obvious effect for reasons that I know and I'm not telling you. Alright, also this. You can pick body type as well. Large head could be very intellectual. All of the customization settings have absolutely no effect on like gameplay or anything. You can be really large and the stealthiest person. You can be really skinny and hit like a truck. It doesn't affect anything. Tiny head. I'm leaning big just because, like, I think if we're a knight, we're probably quite large and buff. But I'm torn between large upper body or large lower body. Yeah, the text here is really thin. Do we want to be ripped, or do we want to be, like, just very bottom heavy so we can't be knocked over? It won't stop the bosses, but we can be large both. It just also makes your head larger. I guess normal large doesn't. What if we just go very large? We can just be large in general. Very large build, serious presence. Okay, I'm going with very large. We can be very large and also have great cheekbones. Oh yeah, name. If people don't have a preference, I'm probably just going to write Mark. It doesn't really come up. It's basically just the name of the save file, honestly. Crap? Oh, it's Mark backwards. I was kind of reading it like a typo of Creme from Dragon Age. Okay, Actually, I shouldn't put Mark. All of my other save files are Mark. Maybe I should make it, like, distinguishable in some way. Oh my goodness. I'm not putting lad in the... I am playing a woman, for the record. Oh my god. Okay, I'm putting Cramdal, because that at least I can pretend is a name. Dal for short, because it's slightly easier to say than Cram. I think the problem with Beans is that I don't think Beans is a knight. Okay, now I gotta make sure I press the correct button here. But also, before I go into this, it will play a big cutscene. The cutscene is voiced. I won't be speaking over it. So just let me know in the chat if it's too loud and I will turn it down. Okie dokie. Okay.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began of fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
So there's a big lore dump. There's also more voice stuff after this loading screen, so I won't talk over that also.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Anyway, so we went to all those lengths to make ourselves look pretty, and now we don't look so good. I feel like I should have maybe said this before all of the cutscenes, but this is the usual, warning that this game's aesthetic is nowhere near as cute as Tunic's game aesthetic. It is actually can get quite gross. So if you like that, have fun. If you don't like that, I don't know, occasionally you might have to look away. Oh, hi, Shaz! You actually appeared just in time for gameplay. We only just finished getting through character creation and the intro cutscene lore dump. Which I guess you might wanna, like, go back and watch that. It's probably also on YouTube. Thran. Anyway. So we're undead now. Oh gee, my Joy-Con drift is gonna be fun. Yeah, there wasn't I don't think there was much laughter in this cutscene, actually. But we'll get to sad laughter soon. Let's see if I can remember controls. This game has weird menuing because you can menu while walking around. And in fact, in the speedrun, you're expected to do this. No, not that one. This one. All of the items have, well, not all of them. Some of the lore isn't, some of the descriptions aren't very interesting. But, like, a lot of the items have lore and such in them. I probably won't go through every item description, but if there's anything people are like, ooh, I want to know what the description says for that, let me know and I'll just check it then. Because otherwise we'll spend like 3/4 of the stream looking at item descriptions. Anyway, here's our cool dark sign. Takes a moment to have some water also. So, like, I don't know how clear it was made in... No, don't do that. I don't know how clear it was made in the cutscene. We are undead. If you're undead, you die and come back, and if you do that enough, you lose all of your sense of humanity and become hollow. And then you're basically a zombie. I mean, I don't think you eat people, but... Anyway, welcome to the tutorial corridor. I'm probably gonna read these, because I don't remember what the controls are. I'm sure this is fine. A large friend. Yeah, I'll probably vaguely explain mechanics as I go. So far there's not a ton to explain. When I kill things, I get souls. Souls is currency. Souls is also experience. You have to choose between leveling up and buying things in this game. Like, I don't know how familiar people are with Dark Souls, so I'm just gonna assume that people who are watching don't know anything about Dark Souls. Anyway, welcome to the first boss. Let's see if no. I don't... There we go, that's the roll button. We're not doing that right now. And you should not do this boss fight immediately. You can. You shouldn't. Yeah. So Dark Souls has the reputation for being... Sorry, I'm just gonna wiggle my camera real quick to try and get my Joy-Con to calm down. Dark Souls has a reputation for being very difficult. Get your shield. And now it'll teach me, like, menuing and such. Dark Souls has a reputation for being very difficult. And I will not deny that it is difficult, but it's also because a lot of it is like... Oops, I did that wrong. This is fine. I'm smart. It's very punishing. But if you, like, go slowly and pay attention to everything, then it's generally okay. Unfortunately, I do not have the shields that would let me do a double shield run. Anyway, let's upgrade to an actual sword that does more than 2 damage. But that first encounter definitely isn't, like, obvious to know that you're not really supposed to do that fight immediately. Especially when it's like, this is how you move the camera. This is how you move yourself. This is the attack button. Here's a giant demon. No, let me get the item. Oh, the item. But yeah, actually, while I'm here, I'm just gonna... So one thing I love about this game is that all of the maps are interlinked, all of the maps are built around each other. You find a shortcut in one area, it leads to another area. You see an area below you, you can find a path to get to it. This bonfire is the one we found at the very beginning. And we've looped around, now we're above it. I'll remember what the buttons are. Yeah, bonfires are save locations. They restore all of your health. Resting at the bonfire also respawns all of the enemies. Very similar to, if you have watched Shaz and Boo's Tunic streams, it's very similar gameplay and design-wise, kind of. It's just an extremely different aesthetic, and it doesn't have anywhere near as many puzzles. So here's the other thing about Dark Souls. If you run face first to a place without looking at it first, you'll probably run into a bunch of dudes who will beat you up, and then you'll be like, wow, this is so difficult. But if you look first, there's a boulder up there, you might notice. It's a little dark, but I'm not sure how good the... Let me know if the game is too dark, by the way. I think I can change the gamma settings to make it brighter for stream. Hello, Zach. Welcome. Anyway, so with our newfound knowledge of there is a rock here, I still got hit by it, but not nearly as bad. Oops. No. That's the button. I'll remember the buttons soon. It's L for shield, R for attack, ZL for swing shield, ZR for heavy attack. Horror story monster. I don't think I'm good at monster design. I can get really into other people's monster design, but I don't really like vibe enough with horror to be doing it myself. But a lot of the horrors that I tend to be very into are like angelic, in quotation marks, genre of weirdness. Anyway, the rock opened up a wall. Now we get NPC time.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Hmm? Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I'm trying really hard to not quote everything he says while he says it, because I've memorized this entire conversation.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Yeah, I don't think we ever actually get this guy's name. Like, in the game itself. But this is Oscar. And he really does have a lovely shield design. It's such a nice shield. Yeah, the dialogue in this game is so good. And it's like, I think... Oh. A favorite small detail I have. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna die soon. And when you walk far away enough, he does in fact die, and you do in fact get his souls. Anyway, I didn't try this door, because I knew that I didn't have the key. Probably should have. Oh yeah, I need my sword out again. I can go two-handed. I usually don't. I like my shield. But yeah, this game's dialogue is really good. Come on, buddy. The other thing that I run into, our own shield isn't too bad. It could be cooler, but it's not terrible. And depending on which class you start as, you do have different shields and stuff. I think at least two, maybe one, maybe two, at least one of the starting classes starts with like a wooden plank as a shield. Yeah, I couldn't remember if Pyromancer also does. Or how... Pyromancer definitely doesn't start with a good shield. But yeah, so this game has a reputation of being confusing as well. But a lot of the time, the NPCs will tell you where you're expected to go and what you're expected to do. This is supposed to be the tutorial for parrying. I'm not good at parrying. I'm not gonna do it. Can't imagine why they're giving me this tutorial here. So while I'm here, actually, goes through some various mechanics. Top left bar, I have health and stamina. Swinging weapon. Oops, didn't mean to press that button. Did that actually trigger what I thought it did? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna go back to the bomb fight because I accidentally used my Estus flask. Parry timing also depends on enemy, I find, at least in the first game. So it's something you have to like learn and do a lot of work to memorize, and I'm just not very good at that. Anyway, so I have stamina. If I swing my weapon, it goes down. If I'm blocking, it goes up. it goes back up slower, so there's an incentive to only put your shield up when you're actually trying to block an attack. The problem is I keep pressing Y to attack. I think it's Breath of the Wild. Is that the Breath of the Wild attack button? Because that would explain it. Because admittedly, the bumper buttons for attacks is a bit obscure. I can also dodge roll, that also uses stamina. I can also sprint, which also uses stamina. My dodge roll is really slow because I'm wearing heavy armor, which I probably won't go into too much detail about. There's a lot of stats. I'm not going over all of these. But you have an equip load, which is the amount of like weapons and armor you can equip. Better protective and more damaging stuff is often heavier. And depending on the percentage of equip load you have actually equipped, changes how quickly you can dodge. Which is why the speedrun often has as little clothing as possible, because then you go faster. Anyway, so... I do want to be able to roll quicker for this next bit, so I am going to go pantsless for Boo. Just don't look too closely at my legs. They're not very visually appealing. Anyway, look who it is. We're back! We have a better sword now! We have a better sword, we have a shield, we have healing items. We have really skinny, like, undead legs. I think I am scraping the wrong way, that might be the problem. Let's see if I can actually remember how to do a boss fight in this game. Dang it. Yep, I'm Breath of the Wild buttoning. Apologies for the spinning. It's better to be behind this boss. This boss beaten, and I didn't die. I'm gonna put my pants back on in celebration. I didn't realize that this would show up this early. So this game has a online feature. People can leave messages. I do have online right now. A friend put me on their family plan, so I have online, so we might get invaded. That's also a risk. I'll explain that while I'm dying to that, if that happens. Anyway, so fun fact, if we had tried to run past the boss the first time we ran into it, and tried to get through the door behind it, we wouldn't have been able to because the boss has the key. Shout out to this tutorial message that makes you want to not do what it says. But no, I'm not going to go straight ahead because I know there's an item over here. You can fall off the world and die, also. Fun fact. So let's hope that my left Joy-Con doesn't start drifting, shall we? Wait, is there another item over here? Might be. No, I don't think there is. Or if there is, I can always get it, not now.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Not to be confused with Drangleic, that's a different place. Or whatever they named it in the third game, I don't know. I mean, wouldn't more people go on pilgrimages if they involved being carried by a giant bird? Anyway, welcome to Filing Shrine. You're gonna be hearing this music a lot. It's a good thing that it's a nice music. Oh my goodness, Chaz. I mean, it did involve, like, pilgrimages are usually to do with, like, religion, right? So that seems fitting. Anyway, we are now able to level up. I instantly forgot that we named ourselves Cromdal. Anyway, there's a lot of stats here. The left ones are the ones you can level up. It shows you what differences those make. You need a certain amount of stats to wield certain weapons, and if you don't have those stats, then you'll kind of be terrible at wielding them. I'm going to be dumping all of my points into endurance for a while because I want to be able to wear heavier things. There's also other options. I'll go through those when they're important. So fun fact. I originally played this game on PC. With an Xbox controller, and the Xbox controller I had was given to me by a friend, so it was and it was quite old, so occasionally it would do inputs without me pressing the button, most notably for the bumpers. If you press the bumper, you do an attack, and I attacked at least one NPC accidentally. I think they get mad after a certain amount of damage, so if you see me put my weapon away in front of NPCs, that's why. It's also just polite, I think.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess, fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town.
Jazz.
Ring them both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So, Boo, the reason why every NPC sounds like Achilles and Patroclus from Hades is because they're sad and British. That's it. That's all it is. All of the voices in this game are British. I think some of them... There might be a handful of non-British voices, but they're all British, and they're almost all sad.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows?
I know what you mean,
Going
Boo.
hollow
Yeah.
could solve quite a bit.
Yeah, we are pretty dead looking. He's not wrong.
What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
So there's a reason that the Dark Souls laughter thing is a meme, and it's because it's entirely accurate, actually. Like, almost
What are you
every
looking
NPC does it.
Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
Don't worry, buddy, we're not going to attack you.
What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool. Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
Okay, I'm done bothering him now. I just like to go through... Oh. Night, friend. I like to go through all of the dialogue with the NPCs. Briefly explaining some multiplayer mechanics, because you might have seen me glow briefly during that. So you have bonfires. You can kindle them and use items to improve them, and they will give you more Estus when you sit at them. If other people do that in the same area as you, you will get an extra healing flask from being in proximity of that. Also, sometimes you'll see like little ghosty people around bonfires. Those are just other people who are currently playing the game. It doesn't show everyone, but it'll like, you kind of have sort of like pockets of players who are connected. And you'll see those people around near bonfires and stuff. Also, all of these bloodstains show someone dying in the area. So you can see how they died. Some of them are probably weird. There are probably people who have, like... Yeah, some of these are odd, and I'm not sure what's going on with that. Anyway, there's a lot of NPCs who you don't get a name for. They do kind of have names, but they're never really stated. This guy is just, I believe, the Crestfallen Warrior. I don't know if that's an official name or just the one that everyone has decided he's called. Also, there's the bird. Our friend who brought us here. He's just hanging out. Yeah, online play is up for Switch because it's through the Nintendo Online. You just need a Nintendo thing for it. It's like, I know some people aren't super pleased with like the having to pay for online for Nintendo stuff, but the amount of Nintendo games where eventually like the servers go down because there's not enough people playing, I think it does make sense for like, if people are paying for the Nintendo subscription, then more games can keep their online for longer because it's set up through Nintendo as opposed to like them having to do it. I didn't know that the PC one was down now. There's probably people who have worked out a way to get around
Hello
it.
there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
This is Petrus. He doesn't like me.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency is souls.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Like, not only don't touch me, have a penny, but like, don't touch me, have a penny from a different country. Anyway.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
So this game has covenants, which are basically like groups that you join and pledge your cause to. They're usually linked to the gods, they're not always. Because I'm a knight, I already am part of this specific group, because it's like holy things and miracles and stuff, which are like
Now
holy
let
spells.
me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
But yeah, so we can learn some magic stuff here. I'm not going to get any of these because I'm probably not going to use them, and also I'm poor and can't afford any of them anyway. I am going to learn this gesture though.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
I'm not paying this guy. For the record, I don't actually particularly like this guy.
I'm afraid that may be difficult, for our missions are sacred. Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
There we go, my work here is done. Yeah, literally, he's like, you look like you have cooties. Don't touch me. Here, have this junk money. I see you're not going away. Have you heard about the name of our good lord, whoever the heck? Anyway, I've played the beginning of this game so much, so I'm just gathering all of the items that I know are hanging around. Not all of these are useful, but... How do we get out here again? Ah, there it is. And this is also spoilery knowledge. Actually, maybe I can make the run. Yeah, literally, Shaz. Like, he clearly knows that souls are the currency used here. It's not even like it's like he's just come here for a pilgrimage thing and he doesn't know the customs. Like, he knows full well that he's giving you garbage. Yeah, let's see if I can make this run. There we go. So, the area over there that I ended up in is, the graveyard. It's very dangerous at the level I am at. I do not want to fight the skeletons. There are skeletons, I don't want to fight them. This is an area that kills a lot of people because you can go there immediately. There we go. Okay, maybe I should progress now. We're an hour in. We're gonna start actually exploring the place. Soon, actually. I think there's one more item I need to grab. There we go. Got a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, so we have our direction now. We have to go up through... Let me see if we can get a good angle of that. Have to go up through this waterway. And try and get to the cathedral for the first bell. Dang it! I even have my hand on the right button! Oh well. Now there's not someone throwing fire at me, let's go down here and kill this other guy. So there's an item over there. It requires parkouring. Should I do the parkour? Should I attempt it? Oh, Good Beans is in the chat. Okay. Well, I'm gonna remove my trousers so that I can go a little faster. We'll see if I can do this. Okay, I made the jump. And now I have to... Okay. There we go. So fun fact, this item means that if you die, you don't lose, like, your currency and stuff. But the ring, you lose the ring instead. Which is a great item to get doing a thing that can kill you. There we go. Parkour real. And I didn't die. Yeah, it's a very easy place to die. I've definitely died before, because I also need to explain. There isn't a jump button. The way you jump is you have to hold the sprint button and then release and press the sprint button again. I think this game might have a way to change the controls for the Switch port. I don't do it because I got so used to the, Maybe, anyway. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. Maybe it's one of the later games. I don't remember, actually. But yeah, it's really difficult to do the jumps sometimes, especially if you're trying to jump from a very small area. Yeah, these early areas shouldn't be too bad because I have most of these areas memorized. Ah, I have aggroed a guy from further away and he's gonna try and pathfind to me. Come on, buddy. Oh, he's so confused. Shout out to these guys, also. Thanks, Thrun. They're trying so hard to catch me off guard. Oh, there's that guy. Oh, also, shout out to this game's excellent ragdoll physics. No, you don't. Down you go. We found some rubbish. Rubbish with no value. Who in their right mind would bother carrying this around? Perhaps you need help. Oh, apparently some of the other guys managed to fall to their deaths and die while I wasn't around. They're very good at that. Anyway, I love that this game just pulls out the hood. There we go. Now we've looped around again. Bonfire! Just moves my moves my mic a little bit because I nearly knocked it. Gee, you think? Guys, I think there might be enemy ahead. No, don't remember kicking timing. Maybe, there we go. Oops. Can't even see the sun from here.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
This is one of my favourite characters.
Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave. Here, I'm not here to chit-chat. We talk business or we talk nothing at all.
Anyway, shop time. I deliberately didn't level up because I wanted to buy things. So, you have unlimited inventory space, but if you want to store things so they're not in your inventory, you have to buy a thing for it. But you can carry as much as you want, as you just can't equip certain things. Anyway, I want this. Don't have enough for... Yes, I do! Spear, my beloved! And I don't know how much I'm going to use it, but I got the item that lets me put messages down.
Here, I'm not... We talk big. Thank you kindly.
Oh, I guess I could use some of the souls. Yeah, now we can leave messages. I love the message system in this game. Need hope. Anyway, swaps to spear to show this off. Spears are great because you can... No. Spears are great because you can use them while keeping your shield held up. It takes more stamina, so you shouldn't do it too often, but it's very handy. They're also pokey, so they're better in thin corridors. This is like a super big throwback, actually. I think there's only a couple of people who might know this, actually. But back when I made Starbound OCs, one of them used a spear pretty much exclusively, and Dark Souls is actually the reason why. I'm honestly amazed that I made that. Crossbow. Oh, they're trying really hard to get to me. Where's the other guy? Oh, there it is. Yeah, the bonks on the walls can be really annoying for the wide swinging weapons. I'm actually kind of reminded of, so I watched a playthrough of the entirety of Dark Souls. And the person doing it, like, decided as a joke in one section they were going to use nothing but a whip weapon, which is not very strong, but because it didn't catch on any of the walls, it actually turned out to be super useful. Okay, let me use a bunch of soul items. I'm going to see how much I can level up. Also, they added this in the remaster. You used to have to use items like one at a time. You can use multiple now. I think they added this to the sequels as well. Okay, I might be able to get enough for another level before I leave. Yeah, so shops use souls, leveling up also uses souls, and the more levels you have, the more souls it takes. Oh, someone just kindled that bonfire. Yeah, there we go. That's enough souls for one more level. Neat. There we go. Let me do some quick math. 20. Yeah, I think now if we want to good roll. Yeah, now we can just take off the helmet instead and do the roll. So now we can see our hair for a bit. I'm gonna reset it as well. Okay. This next section is the part where I start being slightly worse at the game, so we'll see if I can make it through this bit. There we go. This room is a pain to do. It's a good kick. Boss scavenger good. The labs are slowly shuffling over. You know what, I should probably heal, that would be smart. Might help if I locked onto the guy that was closer to me. fire bombs. Fire bombs good. Let me... Okay. Fire bombs are a throwable item. They're basically just bombs. And inflict fire damage, which is very good. Like, various types of, like, magic and elements and stuff have, like, different defense stats. So, even if I have my shield up, the shield I have equipped. No, not that. There we go. The shield I have blocks 100% of physical damage, but it doesn't block all of fire damage, so... Excuse me. Even with the shield up, those fire bombs still do damage to me. But it also works the same for the enemies. Like, enemies will be, like, weaker to certain things, and fire tends to be quite good. Okay, another crossbow. This item I just got there is also really good because when you use it for a time, it makes your weapon lightning damage. Which is very handy because lightning in particular is really powerful in this game. There's not a lot that resists it. Let's see if I can get one of these guys. There we go. Get back up here, you. Don't heal. Rude. So, there's an enemy down here that I'm not going to fight, but they're very powerful. Come on. This hair really is good. I got chat suggested the red color, and I'm just a really big fan of the braided hair. It's really cute. Oh yeah, I should turn human at some point so I can show you our face, because I went with a very cheekbone face. Locked door. You. Hey. those enemies drop good like items for upgrading weapons and stuff, but if you don't kill them fast enough, they disappear. But I managed to get them. Usually I have trouble killing them, so... Organize my items a little bit. Do not knock me off the edge. Oh! I've never done that before. Usually that happens to me. Well, now my spears are lightning-y for no reason. Try danger zone. We've passed on our wisdom. So the usual technique people use for this fight is if you lure the boss all the way to there, you can climb up the ladder, drop down on it, and do a lot more damage from the falling attack. Every single time I try that strategy, I slide off the boss's head and off the edge of the bridge and die. So I try not to do it. It's really funny that the boss died that way, though. I didn't get to hit the boss very much, so I'm gonna destroy all of these barrels. Oh! Oh, this is important.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
I love him. My second fave.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
We'll listen to him.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, Could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
We love help.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
He has such a good laugh.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
I love you, Solaire. Jolly cooperation. Anyway, now we have the white soapstone, which is the item we put down if we want other people to summon us. Okay, now here's the real question, is can I do this part? Okay, let's see. We'll just go for it. This jerk. I didn't die. Wow, thanks. Oh, yeah, also, while I'm thinking about this, so it says rating. With the orange soapstone, you can leave your own messages. You can also rate messages. You can give them plus or minus. The rating number tells you the number, but it doesn't tell you if it's plus or minus. So if it's something says like, try jumping, rating 100, that could be like, this is a really good advice, you should definitely do it. Or it could be like, do not do this, you will die. Sure. Okay, it's positive because I rated it and it went up. And in case you were curious, we're here again. We went all the way up there. And across... I think across this way? And over this bridge? Now we're under the bridge. There is a strategy for dealing with this dragon which involves being down here and like shooting at it from down here with a bow and arrow. I don't have a bow and arrow and I'm not gonna do that. Hi, buddy. There you go. Kicking is very useful when I press the buttons in the right up. Because kicking, you have to hit forwards and the attack button at the same time. So if you mess up, then you just attack. I should probably heal, that would be smart. Oh, I should have leveled up. I forgot to do that. Oh. Dang it. I was trying to avoid that. Maybe I'll just head back. That's too annoying to deal with. And I can level up while I'm here. How much more endurance can I get? Ooh. It's not far off. Right now, I'm trying to get my endurance as high as I can, so I can increase my equip load. To equip all 4 items of armor and not have the really slow roll, I need 63 equip load. So that's 3 more levels. Wait, actually. Wait, 5. Yeah, now I can swap to no gloves instead. That's slightly better damage resistance. Oh, no, it didn't. Honestly, if people say any kind of amusing soapstone messages, you have a limit to how many you can place anyway, so I'm just gonna count those as, like, people saying a funny thing. Like, if everyone was yelling praise the sun, I'm not gonna read that as a soapstone suggestion, and I'm probably rarely going to use the soapstone anyway. So feel free to try kicking, try jumping, try using both hands or whatever. Wait, actually, how many do I have? Oh, I do have a few. Wait, don't kick me out of the menu. Darn it, just shy. I'll go kill this guy. Yeah, not getting hit is a very good way to win in this game. Gosh, how has it been an hour and 45 minutes already? Come on, heal. You know you want to. Haha, sucker. See if I can kick this guy up again. Dark Souls is very fun. Now let's try and beat the rats without getting poisoned this time. Oh no! The rat had an item! Rude, I wanted that. Hey, no poison. I think the rat didn't fall off. The alive rat pushed the dead rat off, is what happened. I don't know how, if there's going to be another bonfire I can reach before. Oh, this section. Just slowly waits for this guy to walk over here. Oh, now he's running. It took you long enough. Come on, over this way, buddy. That's my move. I'm not quite sure this is a puppy. Ooh, nice. Didn't expect to get that. I guess the one good thing about this game is, like, I don't need to be in a bonfire to save and quit. Really? You're gonna shoot me from down there? I wonder if I can shoot him back. Oh, never mind. As soon as I did that, then they decided to Move. Okay. I'm gonna check the alluring skull there. They filled a skull with souls and... oh. And it attracts enemies when you throw it. Which, to be fair, if you, like, put a pile of souls on the floor, I probably would also be attracted to it, because I like to gather all of the souls. Anyway, let's see if I can do the thing. Dang it, not close. Nice. Dangerously alluring skulls. Anyway, this is some fun level design I love. You show up and there's one weak guy and he runs off like, ooh, you should follow me. But if you look at the ground, you can see, like, sign of people being dragged. And then you get over here and there's a whole bunch of guys. It is trap. I know there's more guys. Where are you hiding? Is that up? No, it's further up. Yeah, that one specifically is, like, really awkward. It's like, I can demonstrate, actually. Spear nice and good, you just, like, swing it that way. Sword bonks against the walls, so it doesn't do the full swing if it hits a wall. Swords tend to be a little more damage, but I do like the defensiveness of the shield. This is the guy I was thinking of. Mystery key. The purpose of this key is unknown. It appears to be a basic prison cell key. Normal keys to find. Howdy, fellas. sippy. No, wrong button. Oh, I should actually have a real life sippy. That'd probably be a good idea. Water, nice. I haven't had water in a little bit. I've been mostly having juice. Oh yeah. I mentioned that there's various effects of like people who are online currently doing things. If you hear those bells ring occasionally, so our goal is to ring the 2 bells of awakening. If you're near one of the bells and another person online rings the bell, you can hear it. So every time you've been hearing the bells go off, that's someone else getting to the bell that we're aiming for and ringing it in their game. You know, I might go a little over time. I know there's a bonfire coming up. So I might try to get to that. Cool new shield. I don't actually know if this one is better. Excuse me. No, it's worse in basically every way except it does a little more damage if I swing it. It weighs more, it resists less. Hi, buddy. Imminent, a plunging attack. I don't know if I'd call it a plunging attack, but... there certainly are 2 guys. I'm not sure you know what a plunging attack means. Come on! Come over here so I can kill you without aggroing the other guy. These guys are worse than Minecraft skeletons sometimes. They just like keeping a distance. Oh, I aggroed the other guy. Hit him. Yep, there he is. Ooh. There we go. So here is the I forget which kind of church this was. Here's the church. First bell we have to ring is in here. It's still... Yes! Still got it. Tough enemy ahead. Let's not go that way. So I'm right on time. There is an NPC here. I'm not sure whether I should go over a little bit and talk to the NPC or save that for next week. Excuse me. What do people think? Should I end on an NPC or should I start on an NPC? Very close to... Ting. Ting. Okay, I won't do that. I'm gonna talk to him.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
He has a good accent, so we're talking to him.
Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh? There are two types of weapons.
He's giving us the weapons tutorials.
There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services. You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well.
Okay, this is the same dialogue. Hurrah! But yeah, this is... As we use things, they slowly reduce durability, and then you can pay souls, or use souls to repair them. You can also upgrade things, so I could make my spear better. I don't actually have any items for it. You also need items. He does also sell those. And likewise, I can upgrade armor. That makes it better. I'm gonna probably...
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Thank you, Andre. But yeah, this is gonna be for next stream now, but I'm gonna focus on... let me get out of here so that we don't have to hear the hammer noise. It's very repetitive. But I'm going to focus on upgrading my weapon because there is an armor set that I want to upgrade to. So it doesn't make as much sense to upgrade the armor I have until I get that. But anyway, this is a good point to end at. for the day. We're a little over time, but that's fine. Let me... No. Hurrah! But yeah, thank you all for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure whether it would be, like, really boring to watch or not. So I'm glad people are enjoying it. It's very fun to show this off. I love this game a lot. But yeah, so with this now, we're back to 2 streams per week now, because my Saturday thing has finished, so I have slightly more energy to go around. So now, Thursdays are going to be me streaming Dark Souls. I might occasionally have commentator friends in. I might drag Shaz or Boo in if they're available and want to, but like otherwise it's probably just going to be me. And then for now, Sundays is going to be Breath of the Wild, because that's been a lot of fun. So more Breath of the Wild on Sunday. And like, if schedule things happen, sometimes I might swap that. I might do like Animal Crossing or something for occasional streams. But this is the intended plan anyway. I'm going to update the Twitch page. The Twitch page is super out of date right now, so I'm going to update it. But yeah, so that will be happening next stream on Sunday, same time as this one. Here's the VODs channel. I have all of my streams now up to date completely, including the most recent Breath of the Wild video. I didn't have Shaz or Boo with me, but I'm going to link their channel anyway, because they're great. And yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. Oh, and if you are watching and you're not currently following, I'm very close to having enough followers to get, what's the word? Affiliate, I believe. So follows are appreciated, then you'll get notifications when I go live as well. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all for coming, and hope to see you next stream. Goodbye! Wait, I'm gonna do a farewell animation. Do I have a wave? I do.